in each and every one of our best interest to try to the best of our ability to stay away from that type of stuff. I was at a camp. There was this little dude named Ice. Let me tell you how, how people just do things and operate. I watched Ice go from a civilian. I talked to him a couple times because he was a little younger than me, not much younger, like 2-3 times. 2-3 years younger than me. And he always would make a comment, but he'll put it in a joking manner as if he wanted to join a gang. And I do know people be playing and joking sometimes, but I think it be some truth in some jokes too. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked the girl once, how many kids you got? She said none. Then she said, no, I'm just playing. I got 5. Come find out she really had 2. So, sometimes people would just say something in a humor way just to see how bad that is and then come down with the truth when they feel like you accept it. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to always tell him, like, Ice, if I was you, I wouldn't do it, bro. But see, he was stressing to me about his time, that he had 12 years. He had been in prison 2 years, and he talking about no matter what he do, he can't gain weight. Little light-skinned dude. He talking about he be eating all the beans, all the bread at the chow hall. He can't gain weight. I was sitting back thinking in my head, shit, that might not be the reason he can't gain weight. Because I'm trying to figure out why the hell is your nickname Ice. Thought to make me think you sneaking and geek. You getting geeked up on ice. You done did so much ice.
For real.
Named you Ice. So, bro, I watched Ice, get real close with some GDs, and, was attempting. And like I said, I've just always advised him and told him that, if I were you, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, nigga would do things a lot different if he could. You know what I'm saying? Come find out that is what he was trying to do. A few people asked how we felt about no. Instantly, I said no. A few other people said they don't care. But the guy that had the final say so, he was just like, nah, well, I don't think he gonna meet the criteria. You know what I'm saying? And based off him telling me, like, I can't gain weight, this, and this, it lets me know that he was somewhat timid, of being in that situation alone. And I totally understand it, because, man, I was scared of hell when I first got to prison. I didn't know what to expect, so I understand it. But a lot of things I did, if I would have, I can't even say that, I probably would have did my own thing anyway. I was finna say, if I'd have had somebody very experienced telling me before I made certain decisions, I probably wouldn't have did a lot of stuff. But like I say, sometimes you got to touch that stove to know that it get hot. He started hanging out with the Ghostface, the white boys. I'm not sure why the hell he thought they was finna let him join. But it actually was one black dude that was a Ghostface before. So anyway, I see he over there with the Crips, 24/7. That was cool. And then you kind of could tell, like, the Crips kind of shunned them away a little bit. And one day, you just hear...
We got a dope story time for y'all, man. This one of Bill Fleazy videos. My first time reacting to one of his videos. I heard a lot of good things about his channel, so... Hey, this one of them story times to tell y'all YNs, y'all better stay out of prison. And another thing, grab y'all some water. Y'all know how we get down. Whatever y'all do when y'all watch my video, let's get us to another dusty story time.
And I hear somebody saying, get in there, Ice. Get in there, Ice. Get in there, dog. Ice, get in there, Ice. So when I look over to the mop closet, because it's spacious in there, that's where people go to fight sometimes. When I look at the mop closet, it's 2 bloods standing outside the door. One of them standing this way, he got his foot on the bottom of the door so it can't come open too far. And then he got it pulled open a little bit like he trying to peep in there. And then the other dude had his back to the door. And he asked him, he said, what that boy Ice doing? What he doing? He can't really look back because somebody got to be watching his dorm the whole time just in case, they have an emergency, somebody try to pop on them. So you got him watching, so he looked back, he smiled. He told me, boy, Ice, get in there. Ice, get in there. And then you hear him scream, man, Ice, pick your head up, nigga. get in there, nigga. They came out, they had a t-shirt hanging from Ice's head. One of the blood dudes literally had Ice by the shoulders, instructing him and directing him on which way to go to get back to his room. As I'm standing there looking, and he kind of gets like closer and I get a better view from the side, bro, this nigga face looked like somebody sprayed him with paint, red paint. Them folks just beat the sleeves off Ice. These folks had just beat the hell out Ice. Feel me? He went in the room for the next few days. You constantly see, you know, one of the blood dudes, just Ice, taking some ice in the room. Ice wasn't really coming out. And then when he did, online for inspection, he'd try to put his hat on and like cover up his face a little bit or whatever the case. But you could tell he was beat up pretty bad. But I think about 3 months went by. Now he was healed up and everything. But bro, right here, under his eyes, the nigga still had 2 black eyes. They whooped his ass that bad. Bro, I don't want to be, I don't want to run with no niggas just gonna whoop my ass that bad. You just gonna do me down bad like that, and then, you know, the violations too. So if you fuck around and do something later on, you might take another one of these same type of ass whoopings. Like, it just don't make sense. To me, the gang culture is just stupid. And I don't care what gang it is, any gang. I'm not disrespecting nobody, or, you know, however nobody want to live their life, but I just think it's dumb. I want to be down with y'all. Y'all gonna beat the shit out of me. That's why I said in that song, oh, you gang make a mistake, them niggas gonna whoop your fucking feet. Because when you make a mistake as a gang member, it's called a violation. And they gonna beat the shit out you again. And some violations, you may even die. I'm serious, bro. No jokes, no scare tactics, dead serious. Make a long story short, I'd say about, well, it had to be around that time because his eyes still had black under it. It still hadn't healed all the way up. You see the blood's moving real funny. So I'm like, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? So my partners put me on point and was like, hey, you know, such and such dude that Ice be, you know, kicking it with, hanging out with. I'm like, yeah. So dude is, everybody got a lot of homosexual rumors towards him. And somebody, you know, claimed that they witnessed something that wasn't right or whatever the case. So the Bloods get Ice in the room. They all in there deep. I'm like, ah, shit, but they gonna kill that boy. And then whatever was said, they called the dude in there that they say was, you know, funny or whatever. And you ain't hear no noise though. You ain't hear nothing, like nothing popping off or nothing. And then you heard one of the blood dudes say, I think he was the big homie in the dorm. I heard him say, I don't give a fuck about none of that. We ain't even playing with them type of accusations, home. I'm telling you straight up. But I don't even give a fuck if a nigga got no proof next time. If I hear it on your name again, you getting stepped on, home. Your head getting dubbed out. We not even playing these games no more, man. So I guess they said whatever they said. Everybody left out. I guess part of the stipulation was for Ice to not even talk to the gay dude no more. All I know is probably about 2 days later, Ice was sitting down on the bench watching TV. The dude that everybody say is gay, he didn't really give off that vibe though. I don't know. He went and sat, because it's 3 benches in front of each TV. 1, 2, 3. And they not just super long, you know what I'm saying? He went and sat on the one behind Ice. And as I was peeping, I ain't gonna cap, bro, them folks was talking. But they was talking on some shit like Ice like this. Hell yeah, what the hell you saying though? Eating something. So he had a little bowl in his hand, so he'll and be talking, so it's like he just looking like he chewing or whatever. I guess one of the blood dudes peeped it, bro, out the blue. You heard them folks scream out something, whatever they screamed out. One of the little younger dudes was coming from where the big homie blood room at, running full-fledged towards Ice. Ice jumped up, tried to run this way towards the bathroom. Towards where the shower's at. Another blood dude was popping out that first room. Bro, they stabbed Ice. I think by the time I seen the third member jump into it and nobody's using hands, they all using a knife. Once I probably seen the 15th stab, I went to walk into my room. You know, I was looking at the people I rock with, I got love for, letting them know, like, don't go nowhere near it, get away from it, you know what I'm saying? Another one of the blood dudes took off running across the floor and was chasing the other dude that, you know, they saying him and Ice got something going on. But he was out of there. He wasn't going. He was jumping over benches. He juking a nigga. He was like hot sauce. Y'all too young. Y'all don't know about hot sauce.
I know hot sauce.
He'd crush you up real good. But they stabbed Ice so bad. I mean, when they got done, his body was just laying there still. He wasn't even moving. I say, damn, they done killed this boy. We finna be locked down forever. I eventually get transferred a couple months later just for, I forgot what they call it. Sometimes when they just ready to randomly move people around, it's called repopulation something. And they'll just randomly, you know, transfer you somewhere. I get established in this dorm, you know what I'm saying? I've been in here for a good little minute. They like, there's new intake coming through, you know what I'm saying? I've been in here for months now. There's new intake coming through. There's two dudes came in with koofies on. The other one came in there saying something, whatever. So I see the Crip dude at the door, I guess asking them what they is. And I didn't even peep that this was Ice. But he came walking aggressive, like past the Crip dude. He was like, "Who? Hell no, I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim. I don't go around like that with no gangs. I don't even with no gangs. I'm Muslim. For real, boy, I'm Muslim." Just doing the most. And when I looked at that nigga, I said, "Is that Ice?" You know what I'm saying? That nigga done went and got tattoos on his face, all kind of stuff. So, you know, he go over there with the Muslims. He talking, kicking it with them. So probably about 3-4 hours after he been in the dorm, he walking around the top range. He came up there past me. It was like, "Damn, boy, I knew you looked familiar. Boy, what's up, big boy?" Kind of hit me on the stomach a little bit. I'm like, "Shit, cool. What the hell you got going?" He was like, "Nothing, man. Been sitting in that box, bro. I done got my life right, bro. Got my life together, bro. You feel me? Goddamn. You feel me? I'm doing this Muslim stuff, bro. You know, because Allah is a forgiving God. Blah, 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 blah." So it's like he talking to me, trying to persuade me, you know, into Muslim. So I like the growth. You know what I'm saying? I like the growth that I'm seeing with him, but I just don't understand why you keep joining all these different groups. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we just chopping it up, you feel me? So he seemed kind of cool. I ain't too tough talking to him, like super strong, but we chop it up. He might come holler at me here and there. And one morning, I'm going to tell you something I noticed, and this ain't even none of my business, but I decided to pull him over anyway. It was bright and early one morning. Sun ain't even came out yet. Well, dark and early, I guess. I'm the first thing smoking out the room. When I step out the door and I'm walking down here towards the TV room, I see some movement out my peripheral. So when I step inside this other room, once I fully step inside the TV room, and that's when I really cut my head and look over, I see Ice coming out of a room. The room that Ice came out of is but it was a, very flamboyant, feminine, acting type of homosexual. Bro, there's only one reason you coming out somebody's room that early in the morning. And you walking soft. Well, he went in his room at first, then he come around the range and come in the TV room where I'm at. I'm just looking out the window. He come stood next to me. He said, "See, Bill, fuck on." Try to do like that. I promise you, just a little whiff of him raising his hand smelled like booty. Smelled like booty.
He said a whiff of him waving his hand. That's crazy, bro. Hey, y'all better stay out of prison, bro.
Said, "See, Bill, fuck on." I looked at that nigga. I said, "Shit, what's on, bro?" You know what I'm saying? I hit his elbow. He like, "Shit, man, just cooling, man. Just woke up." You know what I'm saying? But I could tell his energy, nervous, keep looking at me, trying to see if I'm going to say something. "Hey, buddy, that ain't got nothing to do with me." You know what I'm saying? But I did offer him this one piece of advice. I looked back, I said, hey, listen, Ice. He said, what's happening? I said, my nigga, you know, you've been through a lot. In this prison shit, you've been through a lot, bro. And you know, niggas done put shit on your name before. So my advice to you is this, because I know you knew to this, Dawn. The Muslims in here are slap crazy. These niggas do not care. They be saying, I done heard them say it a couple times on some stuff like, I don't care about dying, because if I die, you know, serving Allah or something got to do with Allah like that, then it takes me away from this misery and puts me with Allah even quicker. So I'm assuming that's why, you know, some of the people in different countries don't mind being like suicide bombers if they feel like, you know, they doing this for their God or whatever. So I'm telling him, I said, bro, listen, I've seen these people in here do some real crazy things. I said, so, you know, you do whatever you want to with that information, but I'm just letting you know. So he like, yeah. So now, over the next few days, I'm noticing the same type of movement that a lot of people say they noticed with him at the last prison with, you know, a certain type of person. And I'm just noticing he constantly making his way, walking past that room, and sometimes the door be cracked right when he walked by, and then as soon as he walked by and somebody else walking up, the door would pull up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga just flashed him or something. Nigga had the door cracked, probably showed him a cheek or two, and then hurry up and pull the door back so couldn't nobody else see what was going on. Like they had a smooth operation going on. You know? And one day I'm standing on the range, and dude named Big Nick, aka King Younts, he pull up on me. Ice was walking across the big floor. He said, yeah, man, they little fuck nigga there. Little fuck nigga make me, come on now. Niggas know who gonna get it done, ain't it? Niggas know King Yount will get it done. I'm like, what the hell he done did to you? Talking about, man, the little fuck nigga owe me like $8, man. Nigga gonna tell me he might not have the money exactly on store day. You know what I'm saying? Because of this and this. And he got a debt, whoop, whoop, whoop. But then the little fuck nigga think I ain't noticed what was going on. I seen a little fuck nigga go down there and buy some food, because y'all know King Younts be stuttering. He's like, I seen the fuck nigga go down there and buy some little food, and then he posted up. But I was out here watching the whole time. I watched the whole play. The nigga who he bought the food from, he take the food down into the little gay nigga room, and then he double back. He done doubled down and came out with a smaller bag and took it to bro, but he thought I ain't see the play. So the little fuck nigga really done cashed out and bought some food, and then had to go feed his girlfriend, I guess. And the little fuck nigga think I'm playing. But the little fuck nigga ain't got my money on store day. I might got to get it done. King Yount might get it done on his ass. And I just was like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga just be having shit going on, just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Right while we talking, one of the Muslim dudes pop out the room, say, they wasn't calling him Ice. The Muslims didn't call him Ice. They call him something like Amadullah, something. One of them Arabic type names. So he came upstairs. There was another one coming out the room. He had to walk past me and King Yount. King Yount staring him down. So as soon as he get over here, I hear the Muslim dude say, brother, you was gambling on a prayer rug? So he was like, what you say, Aki? He said, brother, you was gambling on a prayer rug? Why the brother just told me y'all was in there shooting dice and you was using the prayer rug to gamble? And he was like, you know, the dice roll different when it's, you feel me, if it's on the mat or if it's straight up on the floor. And he was like, brother, we don't do that. You not doing that. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful, bro. You ain't even supposed to be gambling. You already know this. But especially don't use your prayer rug to gamble on, bro. Don't use your prayer rug, bro. You know, he was like, I apologize, blah, 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 blah. Then the Muslims kept saying little stuff to him because they supposed to pray 5 times a day. And he sure was missing a good 2-3 of them for sure. Ice was missing them prayer days. Like, It was always some reason he missing it. Or I don't know if it's like this for all five or for certain one of them, but I know they gotta wash their face, their hands, their feet, maybe even their head, and I think they gotta brush their teeth or at least rinse their mouth out before they pray. Because I done seen a lot of them do that. But I don't know if it's for every single prayer or if it's only just for one. But it was situations they were saying he coming down there without, they could tell he ain't wash his hands and all whatever. So one night, him and King Yamp get into it real big. This was the night of store day. They got into it real big. They were arguing. Ice was telling King Yamp, I'll bust you. You know what I'm saying? And the Muslims pushed him over, pulled him over real quick. So I guess they was just letting them know, like, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, big boy, cool people, you know what I'm saying? We don't do all this loud noise and all that type of stuff. So he was just telling him, like, I want my money, bro. You know what I'm saying? So bro was like, I got you. He was like, bro, I just watched you cash out and buy some food, bro. Like, don't make me do that now. Don't make me take it all the way there now. You know what I'm saying? And that was Big Nick way of telling Ice, don't make me say it where I seen the food go first, who you split it with, you know what I'm saying? Just pay me my money. What it was, Ice didn't have it. He spent the money on the food. You already only get half. He probably split half of that with Dude, left him with only a couple items. And shit, now Big Nick got away. It was storming real bad, bro. Storming real bad. Like the prison people was even telling us and considering that if it get a little worse, they may have to ship us to another camp because, it's getting dangerous. You got Ice and the Dude that everybody know, they walking around, they busting laps around the dome. When all the power shut off, I say like maybe 5 seconds later, it cut back on. And it ain't like I was just watching Ice and trying to peep his every move, but it's just certain things you just catch, you know what I'm saying? When the power came back on, the area they was walking at, here's the entrance door to the TV room. They was walking this way. The lights went out. When the lights came back out, the Dude, that's known homosexual, came straight out the TV room, just like that, pulling his pants up. I look this way, but I'm really looking with my peripheral like this just to see if Ice finna come out of there next, because I ain't see him. Where else could the nigga have went that fast? So I do like this, show thing. Ice come out there next. He waited like 10 seconds for Dude to walk out. He gonna come out there like this. Like he rapping a song, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, that boy playing a dangerous game, you know what I'm saying? So they came in, they made us do emergency lockdown. So all day it was storming real bad, bro. We had went on emergency lockdown 2 times that day. When we came out the second time, I was outside on the rail. You got Ice walking past on the bottom part of the day room. You got Big Nick walking down the thing. He got his shirt off. I'm talking about looking like, Rose! He walking down the range. He eating a honey bun. Stomach hanging and swinging everywhere. So he looked down like him and Ice kind of like eye each other. And then Ice stopped looking at Big Nick, but he went to singing a song, a Rollo song. He said, "Pop shit, pop shit. 12 can't stop shit." Then he switched to a whole nother song. He said, "The day they make me mad, that's the day they make the news. I don't mean to break the rules, but look at what you made me do. Pop shit, pop shit. 12 can't stop shit." In so many words, he was telling Big Nick, fuck nigga, I'll pop you. I know you don't like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the agreement worked out as far as his $7, $8 or whatever. But when he did it, Big Nick was like, okay, shit, pop shit, huh? Whoa. What'd he say, Big? He say, shit, pop shit, right? I started laughing. I said, man, don't put me in that. He said, I got something for that fuck nigga. Watch how I'm about to double down on that fuck nigga. He said, I'm finna really up the score on that fuck nigga. Yo, King Yamp. Because he got King Yamp tatted right here on a dollar bill. He said, yo, King Yamp. King Young, nigga, I'm finna double down on that fuck nigga. Watch how I up the score on that fuck nigga. Bro, it's still storming real bad. Still storming real bad. King Yamp's been posted up, cause he live on this side. He been posted up by the top shower part damn near, I'm talking about off and on for hours. I don't know what he got going on. I don't know what's up his sleeve. And then sometimes he'll walk down and then he'll post up right there. It's a little bench right here at the bottom of the steps. So when the folks come in and go to screen, because the power went out again. It went out, bro. It was out for like 2 minutes this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear certain doors just shutting, then you hear people like, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? Because if a nigga trying to pop you or something, and he watching you, and all the power go out, it could get you real quick, get up out of there. 12 won't know who did it, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm slick thinking, is Big Nick finna go pop Buddy? Because he down there in that area. I was like, but King Amp don't be doing no fighting with niggas. He just put hits out on people, you know what I'm saying? So the lights went out, bro, for like a good 2 minutes. Came back on. You could see 12, like, outside in the window going to different dorms and stuff. And then the lady in our booth beat on the glass and was like, everybody locked down, everybody locked down. When I looked over there, I saw Big Nick walking into a room directly next to the gay dude room. Now, everybody knows certain doors in the dorm that don't lock all the way, or they can lock, but there's certain things you can do to pop them. Just some of them ain't fixed. This was one of them rooms. I'm like, what the hell he got going on? So then I looked at the room right next to his. It was already green lighted. The door was already locked. So when the police doing an emergency lockdown, because they got to come do an emergency count, they don't care if you in the right room or not. As long as this paper say it's 96 people in this dorm, as long as I go in here and count 96 bodies, I don't give a damn what room you in. That's how that works during an emergency. That's how that works during an emergency lockdown. We locked down. I had Rand grab me some ice real quick. We locked down. And I'll probably say, now the lights were going off and on, you know what I'm saying? Just throughout the night. But I ain't give a damn. I was getting ready to go to sleep. And the next thing you know, I hear somebody scream, they fucking. So I'm like, what the fuck? Me and my roommate jumped up, went to the door because all the lights was out. But when you look down from my room to the room where the little gay dude was at, you see a flashlight shining. You know that ain't no police because things that's being said, and it wasn't like super bright like a police light, but it was dark. So then the lights came back on, and you got Big Nick standing there with his phone in the thing, and he screaming, wake up, they fucking, they fucking. You hear somebody arguing, saying something. I guess, Ice was in there arguing back and forth with him, telling him, like, don't try me like that, stop trying me like that, blah, 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 blah. Big Nick came up the steps. Now, you see him going to certain Muslim rooms. It's like 2, 3 in the morning, bro. Hitting on the door. Hey, get up, look, I done double down on the little fuck nigga. I set him up because I peeked the move. I saw what was going on. And as he gets closer and closer to my room, showing people whatever he was showing people, you know what I'm saying? And he was walking past my room. He stopped at my door. He said, Ben. I said, yeah. He said, look how I just double down. Double down on that fuck nigga. Fuck your ass nigga. Playing with my money. So when the video starts, you can see King Yamp got the phone like super close up on the vent. And you just hear moaning and groaning. And what Pete did is that? Scrambling and scraping. It was moaning, groaning, scrambling and scraping.
Scrambling and scraping. Okay, bro.
And then you see him walking out the room, and then he go directly next door, push the phone up on the glass. Now, you couldn't see like details, but you most certainly saw somebody on top of somebody. And how that song go, they was body to body. They saw Big Nick out. Soon as they came in there, and saw Big Nick out. That's why they was coming to tell him go back in the room. And you got Ice go to scream, he got a phone. He got a phone. He just came to my room. It's a phone in his pocket right now. He got a phone in his pocket right now, officer. He got a phone in his pocket. Trying to get Big Nick popped. So Big Nick got to walk quick to get in his room. He like, man, you got like fucked up. I ain't got no phone. And he said, officer, he got a phone. He got a phone, officer. And the officer said, hey, man, who that is making all that noise? So he yelled from the dude's room. He said, man, I don't give a fuck. I know nigga with no phone, man. It's an emergency lockdown. I'm in the booth trying to go to sleep. The girl done called me over here because she said she seen him out. He said, man, I don't give a damn about no nigga with no phone, man. I'm trying to go to sleep, man. Now, the Muslim dudes didn't say nothing. They didn't say not one word. I said, they're going to kill this nigga in the morning. Just me knowing, I said, they're going to kill him in the morning. And all night, it was just beating on the door. You could hear Ice kicking the door, beating on the door, kicking the door. And then 12 finally came in there. And, you know, I don't know what he told him. He probably said he feared for his life or whatever the case or something like that. But they popped him out the room. They let him go upstairs, pack all his property. And by the time he was coming downstairs, the dude who room he was in shit, he was walking out with his property too. So I guess they both told him. And I think Ice stayed in the hole for probably about a year before he came back out.
A year? Dang.
Nigga got out the hole, didn't have the kufi on no more. Nigga talking about some Jesus Christ is my savior and I done found myself. And blah, blah. I'm like, hey, man, hey, shit, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But after, like, as long as he was in the hole, they didn't do nothing to him when he came back on the compound. But it's just crazy, bro, because it's just like, I mean, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I just feel like, you know, you do what you want to do. Why put yourself in a position that if doing what you want to do, there's a group of people that can seriously hurt you? I just think just try the best of your ability to not be in a position where you got to live by all these rules and stipulations and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ice was, I think Ice was on ice. Because he just would not stop. That nigga was a freaky sneaking geek.
That's that's the end of that video, man. That was one of Bill Fleece videos, man. Tell me what y'all think about that video in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think about Ice and YNs. Hey, stay free, man. Always remember, be safe out there, kings and queens. Let's get it.